million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. Don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. To speak of, call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work down inside the 45. Now this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Intense strength, and man, that time to fight in and drop him.
And that's the first sack of this game. Coming last week, 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Lions take over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard
line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Play fake. Mayfield.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Once again, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They get the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
24, Lions nothing.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's more on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A much-needed boost defensively there. I mean, that really one of the first things that's gone right for him in this first half.
No question about it, partner. We've seen this before. You've got an offense that doesn't have any points yet. Go out and make a play on D. Then you head back to the sideline saying, we got you the football back. Now let's see what you can do with it.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to pick them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Mayfield on first down. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That's caught. It's Cunningham.
And he'll be out of bounds is just shy of the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Now it's Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
3rd and long for Mayfield.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Cunningham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
More. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Of 20 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for
right now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Herbert throwing again. Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cunningham.
And the Chargers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Cunningham. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. To the air again. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is Swift on the counter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's a handoff to Swift. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They will run it with Swift here. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Over the middle, it's complete. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From his own end zone, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Play fake. Mayfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 4th down, Mayfield. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
And the Chargers first down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Second down and goal. Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start on the ground as Swift. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Mayfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0.
And they will be at home for one next week against the